I'm Bill Snodgrass. Welcome to another SNAPlife video. In this SNAPlife video, we are talking about time. We're going to be talking about using time. I have a story to start with. When I was in graduate school, there was a student in one of my classes who was working on her doctorate. And the professor, we did this thing we called mock counseling. And so he and the other student were mock counseling. And so the topic was her dissertation, the topic of their counseling session. And he says to her, he goes, "So, the last time we met, you said you were going to write the procedures part of your dissertation. Did you do that?" And she says, "No, I didn't have enough time. I didn't have enough time." How many times do people say, "I didn't have enough time"? We say it all the time, "I didn't have enough time." But the professor pushed back. He said, "Well, how long do you think it would have taken you to write that procedure?" And she said, "Oh, 2 or 3, maybe 4 hours." He said, 2 to 4, let's say 4 hours. He said, "We met 4 days ago. That's 96 hours. You had more than enough time. You chose to use your time in a different way. You didn't get this done because you used the 96 hours you had differently. You probably used 32 of them for sleeping. You probably used 12 of them for eating and another 4 for taking showers and all. But you had 96 hours and you used them differently." Misusing the time we have is one of the reasons that we don't get things done. It's one of the problems we have when we're trying to accomplish things and we say we didn't have enough time. We had enough time. We probably had enough time. We just chose to use that time differently. The other thing is, this happens, I see this in school sometimes. I see this with students who have the same amount of time and one person is done and the other person is not done. In that case, the problem isn't the allotment of time and how the time is being used. It is about the effectiveness of the effort. We sometimes run out of time because the way we go about doing things is not effective. And when that is the case, the solution is to analyze how we're using the time. What are we doing? How are we distracting ourselves as we go along? Are we missing a key piece of equipment to get the job done? Did we miss out on one of the steps that would make the job easier? Is there something we need to change about our process in order for 2 hours that we spend doing something to be sufficient to get it done? So 2 things about enough time. One is, you got to use the time you have in the right way. And secondly, you've got to be effective and efficient when you're doing so. Hopefully this SNAPlife video was useful to you. Please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, sign up for notifications, leave me a comment, a question, suggestion for another topic. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next episode.